Fiona Boyer had spent her formative years in Shepparton and after several years of overseas travel moved to Albury in 1995. After initially attempting to play netball for the Albury Football Club netball team, Fiona arrived at North Albury the following year in 1996. It would be the start of an association and netballing career that by any measure could only be described as simply outstanding. The North Albury netball teams became the powerhouse of the Ovens and Murray competition, with an incredible 14 club championships, with Fiona being a constant during that time and a significant part of why that success was achieved. She would be thrust into coaching the A-grade team partway through that first year, and it would be a sweet finish to the season as the Hoppers won the premiership that year. She would play in 4 A-grade premiership victories, with further flags in 99, 2007 and 2008. In the 2008 premiership victory, Fiona would be judged the best player on the court. Her remarkable playing career would span 252 games at the Hoppers. Initially a defender, Fiona would move to the forward end of the court in 1999 and remain in attack for the balance of her playing career. At either end of the court, she was renowned not only for her versatility, but with an uncanny ability to read and set up the play. She was the consummate team player, able to link with teammates around her, either to defend or to create better scoring opportunities. Fiona would make both North Albury Netball Team of the Decade teams. In the first 10-year team, she was named as a defender, and then in the next 10-year team, she was named in attack. Remarkably, Fiona would be ranked in the best 2 A-grade players with the club in 7 seasons, with 3 best and fairest wins in 97, 98 and 2002, and 4 runners-up awards in 99, 2000, 2001 and 2007. She was runner-up in the league's best and fairest Tony Wilson medal in 2004. She would be an O&M representative or coach the Ovens and Murray side on many occasions. In recognition of the esteem with which the Ovens and Murray netballing fraternity holds her, this year Fiona was named as the coach of the 25-year Ovens and Murray All-Star team. Fiona was a North Albury coach for over 15 years, sometimes holding down dual roles in a single season. She had a great strategic vision of the game and was seen as a mentor not only for the players but also for the other coaches at the club. Fiona Boyer represents a selfless contribution to North Albury netball and to the game that she loves for in excess of 2 decades of her life. From being a star player to an outstanding coach and worker, Fiona Boyer stands out as an amazingly worthy inductee into the North Albury Hall of Fame.
I promise my speech is nothing like the previous speeches. So I have attempted to rip it up at least once. So I apologise. I will touch briefly on the people that are so important to not only North Albury but to myself. I think, I'll get to them. What is great about North Albury is what it's afforded myself as particularly a player. I would like to think that my legacy on netball will be one as a player. And I enjoyed watching the highlights and listening to Rod there touching on my playing career. I find that coaching is a challenging thing, but in saying that it's the brutality of coaching and everything that Rod said in his mandate for the selections for tonight that make you continue and make you enjoy the competitive nature of it. It is a lonely sport when you're standing there coaching. It is isolating, it is judged, it's everything that certainly was spoken about earlier in the night. But if I can speak on my playing days, I certainly am a very fortunate person in terms of netball and what netball has afforded me, and then as a result what North Albury have. I go back to when I first moved to Albury, and I was looking for a job and looking for somewhere to play netball. I was pretty low maintenance, quite simple in my needs, so I didn't actually know how to pop myself out there and get a game, and I eventually got a phone call from Anne Lawrence from Albury Tigers, and I thought, you beauty, I'm in. I've got a game of netball. That's pretty much one of the two things I wanted to tick off when I moved to Albury, and so I was keen. I was down there. I went to training and jumped in the car with a friend from Shep. Thanks, Kylie. Made sense to me to have a friendship and everything, and played at Murderford. That was great. Came home, went to training, played North Albury the following week. That was interesting. We probably got smashed because North Albury were pretty good. I remember clearly coming home from that game. No worries, thanks for playing. That's great. Appreciate you filling in. I'll ring you if we need you again. I never got that phone call. So I found myself in a position with no netball team again. So I was very fortunate that then I found myself in a Scots netball team on a Monday night down at JC King Park, and I had Margot Senior actually umpire me one day and said, do you want to come play basketball? I said, I don't know how, but yeah, I'd like to do that. And from there, North Albury pretty much unfolded in front of me. So I was asked to come along to trials. I did so, and by the end of trials, I found myself coaching a team of outstanding netballers, and part of what was going to be, I think, a really big footprint in Ovens and Murray netball. And I think as a small representation of North Albury netball, I think North Albury as a whole prides itself on what it has afforded young ladies in terms of development and opportunity and belief and understanding, excitement, fun, a little bit of courage, and the ability to just turn up every week and represent themselves in such a magnificent way, and in doing so be part of North Albury. So I'm very grateful to North Albury. I'm very grateful that a club like this has the initiative to find 5 minutes in their day to make sure that they recognise things that happen and things that are good. We don't often get to celebrate good things, and I think it's a really important part of sport, what sport can do, and the communities that we live in. So a credit again to North Albury, and fortunate to be part of it. I have two magnificent children that have, I'll look away so I don't cry, that I'm very grateful have not only taken up a position in North Albury, but they've actually immersed themselves in netball, which clearly is a passion of mine, clearly is a love of mine for a very long time. From days growing up in Shep and from moving in to Albury, the girls both picked up the sport themselves. They decided that that's truly what they loved, and not only that, but they truly love being part of North Albury netball. And a credit to them. I think that they had lots of opportunities to choose other things, dabble in anything they wanted to do, and which is a great thing that Albury as a community provide. But how lucky am I that they did actually immerse themselves into North Albury netball. And they do really well because of the families that are involved. And again, I think the families represent this club so well. And to look at the people that have come along tonight and the efforts they've made, and they've actually been part of this club as a family. And the role models, the roles, the morals, the little bit of spunk that they provided for me personally, not only me, but my girls. I know I could shout out to a couple of girls that would know themselves as paving the way of having, a really, really good approach to teenage girls and behaviours, and everything that they are able to do, living on the edge and being a spunk and still being involved and making sure that at the front of their mind is family, and it is absolutely foremost in their mind every single day. And I credit everybody sitting on those tables over there, and you all know who you are. You've gone out of your way to make sure tonight's special for me, and to that extent, I can't thank you enough. I think I've probably said enough. Again, thank you to North Albury. Thank you to everybody who represents North Albury, for everyone who's been a part of it. I think it's something that you should be really proud of, and I certainly will continue to be proud of North Albury regardless of where I am in years to come. I just think it's a great thing to do, to be part of such a great, strong club and to believe in it. And I will be taking some time later on to reflect on Rod's words earlier, because I thought that mandate was outstanding. And credit to everybody involved. Thank you for tonight, and cheers.
Well done.